Okay. Well, originally I'm from Richmond, Virginia, and I grew up there. Was there for like 20 something years. And yeah, like growing up, my family was very much into music. I can recall my dad actually having like a huge record collection of everything from Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson to Kumo D, Fresh Prince. Like he had a wide mixture of music that he listened to. And so I grew up on a lot of that stuff. And as I got older, I really got into being able to express myself by way of writing. I went to school for theater, so I was a fine and performing arts major in college, and where I got to learn how to write scripts and do story structure stuff. But in the mix of that, I was also trying to get musical stuff off the ground. And so I was a big fan of early groups like Arrested Development, a lot of the groups that my dad liked. So your Kumo D's, your LL Cool J's. And then also I was a big fan of Weird Al. Like that, he did a lot of parodying of Michael Jackson stuff, as you probably know. And I was a big Michael
Mhm.
fan, so I got to be a big fan of his. So I had a very comedic influence. I had a very rap inspired influence, R&B influence. And so as I started to try to express myself and also just entertain my family, I would start writing songs. Some were silly songs, some were songs that were, about things going on in my life. And when I got to college was when I first started thinking about actually putting together albums. Because I used to put together like on my message machine, I used to make up songs on my messaging machine, just like as the outro, like, hey, I'm not here, but it'd be like a mock parody of a song that was out. And people used to call my phone on college campuses like all the time, just listen to my messages. So in my senior year, I cobbled together some songs and I put together like some original music and put together my first album that was called Check the Resume. And I sold like several copies of that album on campus. So that was kind of like the first real insight for me that people would actually listen to my stuff if I were to sell it.
That's quite impressive. So, that's a very interesting journey to music. So, why don't we skip then forward to the album you're talking about now? How did you start? Where did the idea come from?
Okay. Well, so the album that's out now is a mixture collection of songs that I previously released along with new material. So when I moved to Atlanta in 2006, and I started putting out videos on YouTube in 2008. And in order to get myself off the ground, I started putting out a music video a week for an entire year. And by the end of that year, I'd had some success on YouTube. I had a song that went globally very popular, and it allowed me to move to California.